bottoms. Yes, so for forearm bottoms, now with forearm tops in our last workout, we were working on this outer portion of our forearm, the top part. Now we're gonna go on the bottoms here. So this bottom side, feeding into the inner elbow. If you've ever had any inner elbow discomfort, this is what we're gonna address with this. So for this, we essentially are gonna place our arm on top of it. Kind of like you're gonna get almost like a blood pressure reading. You're just gonna place your arm on top of the roller. I tend to like to start just in the middle. Find more of the meat. Remember that our wrists sit at a slight anatomical angle. So being flat on here is not, you might be on the bone. So just turn in more onto the meat. So kind of angling your thumb down slightly. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer here, and you're gonna use your other arm on top to push in. And for some people, this area will not be very tense, in which case you need to really use that top arm to push into it. You can also take your fingers and pull them back ever so slightly. If you pull your fingers back slightly, you're gonna be able to get into those tissues a little bit more. And so now I want you to explore the areas. Because this area tends to be more tendon than musculature, sometimes it takes a good 30 seconds before you really start to feel those sensitive spots. But once you get there, tack it down, micro roll it out, feel it out. Ooh. So I'm finding spots now closer to the wrist than to the elbow that are really sensitive on me today. Just smushing that area down. Changing the angle of my forearm slightly. Again, taking some self-initiative here, not to just, do whatever, but focus on where it's sensitive for me specifically. That's what I want you doing, finding where it's sensitive for you. Oh man, yeah, this last 30 seconds, this is actually now the most sensitive. Again, sometimes it takes some time to sink in, to settle in and to get just uncomfortable. Just deep, steady breaths. Got about 10 seconds left here. Okay, and time. Nice. Oh, some arm circles, some wrist circles here. You can see that area gets a little red. You can feel it, it gets hot. It's good stuff. Okay, next up, let's go ahead. Other arm. So once again, angling that thumb slightly downwards tends to get more on the meat side of it. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer right now, and let's get in there. Sorry for the background slams. So same story here. I'm finding that initially here, it's kind of hard to find a sensitive spot, but I know it's coming. Just trusting it. Again, more towards the wrist for me is a little more sensitive today. What about for you? Is it more towards the elbow or just the middle? And you see the technique here, the crossing of the other arm on top, really pushing in there. How much push can I give without wincing my face? Without it being so uncomfortable I want to quit. I'm trying to ride that edge of discomfort. Now this area, whenever you're doing any sort of gripping with weights, gripping, anything, holding onto grocery bags, all of that, that's working those under this bottom part of our forearms here. So for some folks, especially those that deal with elbow problems, this area is very sensitive, but very controllable to just back up on the intensity as you need to. We've still got about 20 seconds left here. I'm trying some directional smash, some directional circles here, some directional micro rolls. Kind of like I'm rolling up a ball of dough. Because that feels good. Bad, but good. You know what I mean. 3, 2, 1. Okay, whoa. Oh, nice. Gotta give it some